Hello, hello. Hi, MJ. Hey, Cindy. Hi, Paul. Hey, lurkers. Did you just say hello to yourself? Indeed, he hungry. He's a hungaroo. Alright, so as always, going to give it a few minutes for folks to filter in. And then we will get going. Got a lot to get to. We only had like 3 or 4 items went in pre-sale.
4.
So lots and lots of stuff to get to tonight. I don't know when he's going to start. So there's some really cool stuff going out tonight. I think you guys are going to have a good time seeing everything. Got some cool stuff for Monday coming too. That lot list is done. It'll be going out tomorrow. Let's see if I can fix my yellow line real quick. Give me a sec. What time? So you can be sitting on your email? I don't know what time exactly. Just keep an eye out. Yes, today is separate from our regular shows. This is a consignment sale. So tonight we're selling somebody else's stuff, not ours. Oh, well, at least for the moment we're green again. Hopefully that'll continue. Alright, I'm going to get the beginning stuff out the way. For anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. Use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Gutierrez. That's me. You're in the right place. Shipping is $5.50 to $22. $5.50 being the small little purple bubble mailers. $22 being a large flat rate box. Hey, mean one. We do hold packages if you want them held so you can maximize your shipping. If you want your package held, make sure you email us and say, hey, hold on to my package. If you say it in chat and we don't catch it or we forget, that is your own fault if you didn't email us. So make sure you email us to ask us to hold your package. If you want your package registered, it's a $35 charge for registered shipping. It is the only way you can insure coins all the way through the mail. If you're new, you are able to get stuff tonight, but you do have to email us by the end of the night. The email has to have your personal info, shipping info, channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we don't get that by the end of the night, you do not get anything, and we do not ever ship anything without payment. Here's our Facebook link. If you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. Today's lot list is on there. It is the top post. We always put the lot list up, usually at least an hour before every sale. So if you get on there right now, today's lot list is on there. We also have a mailing list. If you get on the mailing list, you will get the lot list a few days before every sale. And as soon as you get the email, you do have the ability to pre-purchase items. It is still first come, first serve. So if you see something you want, make sure you jump on it. Pre-purchases for our normal sales, pre-purchases do have to be paid for by Sunday evening. And then for consignment sales, we do ask that you do try and get the payment in before the sale starts. Hey, Hidden. Oh, mean one. We have the those Russian banknotes in again that you wanted us to let you know when we got them back.
I emailed you about it. You just never responded. And hi, Hidden.
If you didn't catch that, Angela said she emailed you about the banknotes. So the early 1900 100 rubles and 500 rubles. All right, everybody make sure you're in the live chat. Just a reminder to everybody, this is a consignment sale. Prices are set by the owner. None of the stuff going out tonight belongs to us. It belongs to somebody else. So we cannot change the prices. We are able to do payment plans. So if anybody wants something, because there are some pricey items on the list. So I think the highest price item on the list is $400. So if anybody needs a payment plan because you really want something, we are able to work out payment plans. But we cannot change the prices. They are set by the owner. So, unlike our normal sales, that means no doing bundles, no none of that. It is what it is. If you agree with the price and you like the coin, grab it. If you don't, don't. That simple. But, I mean, I always check everything before we sell it because doing a consignment sale, it's still representing our channel. So, we make sure to check everything and make sure it's fair. Anything that's not, we don't put in the sale. We give it back to them. We're like, yeah, we can't sell that. Also, just a reminder, because this is a consignment sale, this does not go towards getting an entry into the weekly loots. That is our sales only. It's kind of weird, man. We're in Tucson, Arizona, and like half the nation is hotter than here this year. It's 84 degrees here right now. We've been having a mild summer. Oh, also another reminder, anybody who wanted to get in at the beginning for the Fat Loots monthly subscription program, make sure you get your forms in. If you want a form, shoot us an email, tell us you want the form, we will email it to you. It is a Word document that's going to be attached to the email, so you'll have to download it, fill it out, save it, and then email it back. If anybody doesn't know what that is, the Fat Loots program, we did a full stream explaining the whole thing. So at some point, go check that out on our channel. All right, 3 minutes. Then we're going to get started. That's why I used that photo today, just to mess with you guys. Because I knew it would just mess with your heads. I gotta find my entertainment where I can, man. It should be an elephant. I'll see if I can find a cool elephant gif. One more minute. All right, here we go. Let's get this thing started. All right, we are kicking off tonight with an 1880 Oval Zero large cent from Newfoundland, Canada, graded by Annex Good 4. Going for $80. For those of you that were wanting to try and get some of the better, more rare Canadian coins, there's definitely some of them going out tonight. Any takers? These things are tough to come by. You can see what the normal asking price was. We got you guys the really good deal. Alright, moving on. Alright, next couple are going to need the scope. So let me switch over real quick. Alright, next up, 1871, 5 cents. Ooh, focus. There we go. 925 sterling silver in VF. These are the coins referred to as the fish scales. And this one's going for 50 bucks. Anybody's never seen one of these in person? They're a little bit smaller than a dime. Anybody? All right, moving on. Not gonna be sitting on anything long tonight. We got a lot to get to. Next up is the 1872H. Also in VF and also 50 bucks. Let's get it facing the right way on camera. There we go. Oh, no, that's another 1871. That's mislabeled. Alright, so actually we had two of the 1871s then.
Was it my labeling or their labeling?
No, it was his. Check out that rainbowing on this one though. That is freaking awesome. That is some beautiful toning. That's awesome. Alright. I'm going to fix that on here real quick. Moving on. Yeah, I think it's really nice. Alright, next up. I need the camera back. Possibly. Alright. I know there's some of you that have been trying to get the harder to get Canadian nickels to finish up those sets. Here's one of them. 1926 FAR 6. Graded VG10 by Pcgs. Going for $160. This is one of the key dates of the Canadian nickel series. There was the normal asking price. I got it down $105 for you guys. Don't forget, we are allowed to do payment plans if you guys want any of these bigger coins. Hey, Bo. Anybody? Yeah, tough one to come by, too. Very few of these things out there. All right, moving on. Next one is 1964, there we go. 1964, 5 cents. This is the extra waterline variety. Mint State 63, graded by Annex. This one's going for $80. Hey, honey. New job working third shift. Hoot owl shift. Anybody? I think it's beautiful. Oh, the water line? Let me show you. I gotta get the scope for that. Alright. So you're looking over here. It's the one that's going up almost into the initials. Is the extra water line. So if you guys can see my pointer, normally these are only supposed to have that one, and that one. That one's not supposed to be there. So that is the extra water line. All right, moving on. You're very welcome. All right. Next one up is a full 50 coin mixed dates roll of 80% silver Canadian dimes. Going to 80 bucks each, or going to 80 bucks for the roll. So it's less than $2 per dime. That is a good deal, guys. And I can tell you there are King George the Youngers in there. That is a heck of a deal. Who knows what you could pull out of that roll? That makes it, what is the exact count on that? So $1.60 per dime. That is a steal. What's the melt on a Canadian dime right now? Hang on a sec. If I lag for a second, bear with me. Pick a random date. Let's see. Melt value on a Canadian dime at the moment is $1.20. So you're getting it for 40 cents over melt per dime. That is a crazy good deal. Man, nobody. All right, moving on. All right, next up. I know there's a couple of people that have been asking for these. And they are tough to get in anytime, so take advantage while they're here. $18.58, 20 cents. Got an EF40 cleaned. There are very, very, very few of these in existence. And that was the normal asking price. So we definitely knocked that thing down for you guys. $175 off his normal asking price. Going for $225. I think these things are actually a little bit more rare than American 20-cent coins. All right, moving on. Next one up is the 1881. This one is in a VF30. It is scratched, which is why it's only $145. How many months? Like 3 or 4 weeks would be the limit. Unless, somebody got like, if somebody got like a couple of grand worth of stuff, then I could probably break it up over like 6 to 8 weeks. But for the most part, it's like 3 to 4 weeks would be the max. All right, moving on. All right, next up. Pretty sure this would be basically like the showcase coin of the night. Yeah, this is the most expensive coin on the list. Coming up here. And also the final 20-cent coin. 1885. 20 cents, Canada, Newfoundland. VF20 graded by Annex. $400. Well, I mean, the guy doesn't want to be sitting around forever waiting to get his money. You can't blame him for that. All right, moving on. All right. Next item up. Oh, I mean, the last one was 6 weeks. So that's why I said if somebody got, like a lot of money worth of stuff, I could work that out again. Because he's the kind of guy that he'd, when it comes to stuff like that, he would rather get the sale than not, Alright, 1872H, 25 cents. This is in a VF going for $45. Anybody? Alright, moving on. Alright, next one up. This is the second most expensive item on the list. 1875H. This is a key date to the quarter series for Canada. Annex graded VG8 going for $320. That was his normal asking price. I talked him down almost half. Little H right down there. Canada's got some very nice coinage, though. They got some very cool stuff. Heck, someday, just the those basic they refer to as the case dollars. They're the 50% silver proof dollars. They started in like '68, and I think they're still going. I want to get a good collection of those at some point, because every single year, the reverse had a different design. I think those are very cool. All right, moving on. Well, just like with anything, you know, you get all of the more common stuff and then start working on the big ones. Next up is the 1888. Oop, wrong one. This one's graded by Annex VF20 and going for $120. Yeah, because like these are all like the key dates and stuff. These are the big ones. And yeah, there are some out there that are really expensive. There's some that are, you know, 3,000 and up for one coin. But, you know, those are the ones you do last. That way you have time to save up. Liken it to doing a Morgan collection. You get the commons, and then you get the less commons, and then you start getting into the Carson cities, and then you get into the key dates. Yeah, there is still definitely some very, very cool stuff coming. Don't worry. All right, moving on. Next up is the 1888 Wide 8. Graded Pcgs XF45. This one's going for $250. There's another one I knocked him down $200 off his price. Yeah, plus a lot of this stuff is, you know, like the, you know, going for the wide 8s or the oval O's, stuff like that. That's stuff that only the dieharders are going to be going after. The ones that want to get all the different types and varieties and all of that. Yeah, it is. All right, moving on. And buy it. I know you'd be dropping like $3,000 on gold coins and stuff. Pick it up. All right, next up, 1900. This one's in a VF going for 50 bucks. $925 sterling. But kind of tempted to tell him on a lot of his larger dollar coins, he should really consider just sending them all to Heritage. He'd have a much better opportunity to sell them there. And maybe even get more than he was asking. You never know. Alright, moving on. Next up, 1901. Also in a VF, going for 75 bucks. So clash on the obverse on the previous one. I did not catch it. Possibly. You never knew. Alright, moving on. All right, next one might be in a little more price range for some of you guys. 1902. This one's in a pour for $5. Oops. Man, nobody want the $5 coin? Alright, moving on. Alright, next up, there are two of the next one available, but different grades. Oh, Paul's taking the $5 one. Paul broke the ice. Congrats, Paul. Alright, so the first one, these are the 1906 with the large crown. First one is VF30 graded by Annex. at $95. And it is referencing that crown. And then there's also the other one is a fine graded by Pcgs, fine 15 for 45 bucks. So if anybody wants one of these, just let me know which grade you want. That again, the large crown is referencing that. There's a large crown version and a small crown version. Large crown being the much rarer of the two. All right, moving on. I can definitely tell this is going to be a slow and painful night. All right, next one. Is the 1909 rated VF20 by Annex, going for 70 bucks. That was the normal asking price. All right, moving on. Oh, I'm sure. All right, next three are a little easier on the pocketbook. 1916 in a good, going for $5. Any takers for $5? Going to Paul for $5. Congrats, sir. Next up is the 17 in good for $5. Going to Hidden. Congrats, sir. Right. And then the 1947. This one's in a VF going for 5. And going to Paul. Grass ball. All right, next up is the other roll that was on the list. And this one is a full 40 coin roll, $10 face. 80% silver, Canadian quarters, mixed dates. And just like with the dimes, there are George the Youngers and Elizabeth. So that makes just over what? Just over $3. So 150 divided by 40, 375 per quarter. Let's see what the melt on one of these is real quick. $3.02 is the melt. So you're getting it for 73 cents over melt per quarter. These rolls are fantastic investment opportunities, guys. As soon as silver jumps up a bit, you are going to be under spot for both of these rolls. Plus, there could be some great coins in there. Man, nobody. All right. Moving on. Right, next up. $50 from Canada. So anybody who knows Canadian coins knows that every year of $50 in Canada was low mintage. Just simply because they didn't need that many. So this is kicking off with the 1896 Newfoundland $50. At only 60,000 ever made. This one's in a VF 25 and going for 150. That is a rare coin right there, guys. Figure survival rate on these is 20 to 25% tops of the original mintage. And that's across all grades. moving on. Next up is the 1919. Graded by Annex EF40. This one's going for 95 bucks. I don't remember who it was, but I know I've had a couple of people that have asked about the older halves. Well, here's a couple. All right, moving on. All right, next one. I'm going to tell you flat out, it's from a company I ain't ever heard of. But I did check it, and it is legit, so that's all that matters, right? The 1952. This is a company called ICCS. They got it at an EF40. And the special thing about this one is the initials are doubled. And I did check it. It is doubled. And I will show you under the scope. This is going for 28 bucks, by the way. So it's basically, it's not a double die, it's a repunch. So they, just like how we punched in the mint marks for the longest time individually. Oh, wrong side. They punched in the initials with little punchers back in the day. There you go. So that'll be like, what, an RPI? Repunch initial? So definitely a cool variety. And only 28 bucks. Somebody grab it. Anybody? Going to Chef. Hey, Chef, how you doing? Nice to see you, sir. Very cool variety going to Chef. All right. Next up. $1963. 80% silver proof. Going for 12 bucks. You've been lurking all along, Chef. Any takers at 12? Going to Chef.
Press Chef.
Alright, so that was the proof. We've also got 2 of these available. Oh, you just made it in? Well, most of what came before these is still available, so if there's anything on the list that you wanted to know if it's still here, it probably is. So this is the 1963. There's one in VF at $9. And one in EF at $10. So just if you want one, let me know which one. That's the VF. That's the $9 one. And that's the EF. That's the $10 one. Anybody? All right, moving on. And the last Canadian coin. 1965, 50 cents. This one is a proof going for $12. Hey, Trent. Ugh. 80% silver proof. All right, moving on. Give me 1 second, getting these out the way. All right, next item available. There is actually 4 available. These are going to be $20 each. They are from 1967. And they are .925 sterling silver Canadian medallions. They're the Confederation medallion. 0.65 ounces assayed silver weight in each one of these. The first person to bin is going to get the only one that's still in the original holder. And that one's going to Chef. That's Chef. Still 3 available. $20 each. This one's got like an almost purple toning on it. It looks kind of cool. For some reason, Canadian silver likes to tone purple. You are very welcome, sir. Anybody else? 20 bucks each. $1867 to 1967 Confederation. Apparently there's a solid gold version of these out there as well, from what I understand. All right, moving on. All right, next item up. All right, there are 13 of these left available. 2 of them went in pre-sale. These are from Liberia. 2004, $5, clad proof. These are the Titanic coin. $4 a piece. Every single one of them comes in an airtight. There's the bag of them. Anybody? $4 each. Chef is taking 2. Anybody else? That leaves 11 available. Last call. All the scuffiness on these you're going to see is all on the airtights. Not the coins. Here, let's see if I can get one open to show you it without it. Here, get back in there. All right, we are moving on. Somebody else decides you want one of those. There is 11 left. By the way, I do have to give all this stuff back to the owner tonight. So if anybody decides you want anything, you have to let me know tonight. Because he's going out to a coin show in Vegas and wants all of his unsold stuff left so we can take it with him. Oh, Paul just came in late grabbing one. Let me grab one out. All right. Yep. All right, next one up. This is kind of something different. All right, this is from 2003, and it is a copy No, you didn't miss out. You got one. I put your name on one. This is a copy of the 1836 Seated Liberty half dollar. It is 925 sterling silver, 0.83 ounces assayed silver weight in this. And it is in a proof finish. And $22. Or it might be the Seed of Liberty dollar. I think that's actually the dollar design. And this one's going to Hidden. Grass Hidden. All right. All right, these next items up are very cool. And getting into the Americana stuff, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14 available. At $30 each. From the year 2001. I'm just going to grab one out. Quarters of the 50 states. Gigantic medallion. This thing is big. 90% silver. There is a full ounce of silver weight in this medallion. And then you get the gold-plated New York State quarter. That's actually inlaid into the medallion itself, which is very cool. And Chef's grabbing two of them. And of course, these were made before 9/11, so probably one of the last items that was made with the Twin Towers on it while they were still there.
Congrats, Chef.
At least 12 available. Yes, the quarters included. I'll show you one out without the... That is deep cameo all day long. I think it's gorgeous. Beautiful design. Still 12 available. All right, moving on. If anybody else decides you want one of those, let me know by the end of the night, because they will be gone. All right, next up. $1962 U.S. proof set. Going for $40. So 62, that of course you are getting the Benji. The 90% silver quarter, 90% silver dime, and then of course your nickel and your Lincoln cent. Oh wait, it's not a proof set, it's a Philadelphia half of a set. Why did he have it in a proof set holder?
I don't know.
Oh, he didn't. That was us that labeled it wrong. Okay, so it's half of a U.S. Peru set. Sorry. That was my bad. I labeled that wrong. So it's all the Philadelphias from 1962. Sorry about that. Over 40 bucks.
Where is it not going?
All right, moving on. Huh? Don't worry about it. We're moving on anyway. All right. Next up, we got some large cents on this sale tonight. U.S. large cents. Kicking off with the 1817 13 stars. This one is in a good.
But it
It
does
does have some minor damage, which is why it's only 18 bucks. And it's just that bit right there. Any takers at 18 bucks? I probably would have personally put that as an about good, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, moving on to the 1829 and good. Over 22 bucks. It's kind of funny. My computer's telling me that on the weather alert that we have a flood right now, and we haven't gotten a drop of rain. That's the driest flood I've seen.
Is the A filled or not? I don't know.
I has no idea. Let's look. Which A we looking at? I will need some guidance. Oh, too full. Too close. Is it an A that we can even see? Which A we looking at hidden? In America, the first or the last? Both A's.
Both A's. No. That looks like a regular A to me. But
It's kind of rough shape. What do you think? I mean, that one's not, so if it's supposed to be both of them, then I'm going to go with no. All right, we're going to move on to the 1833. This one is an AVG for 24 bucks. That's on the plastic, not the coin. Anybody at 24 bucks? 1833. Again, all that you're seeing is on the plastic, not the coin. Plastic got scruffed. All right, moving on to the 1835. This is the small 8 and small stem, or small 8 small stars. It is a VG, and it is going for 22 bucks. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next one, we got 2 available. These are the 1838. They are both VGs. And they're 22 bucks each. There is number 1. And there is number 2. Man, no love for the large cents today, huh? All right, moving on.
We got 2. No.
To the 1844 in VG. Over 18 bucks. Yeah, my guess would be probably the only ones that you don't have hidden are the ridiculously expensive ones, right? You just need the chain scent and the Fujio, the flowing hairs.
Obviously the filled A's for the 1.
All right, moving on. 2 to 47. This one's in a good for 16 bucks.
We have another one that's 18.
And then we also have a VG for 18 bucks. Oh, you have a Fujio. All right. See, Hidden gets all them cool, expensive coins. He just doesn't get them from us. Spread some of that love our way, man. Let us get you one of the cool coins. Alright, moving on. To the 1948. In VG, going for 18. Alright, moving on.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? This one's the 1850 in VG. Going for 18 bucks. This one's pretty darn close to a fine. Yeah, I think an argument could be made on this one for a fine. If not, it's dang close. That is a good coin for 18 bucks. Alright, moving on. Last one, 1851. This one's in a good for 16. Alright, moving on. Alright, next one, I need the scoop full. Alright, next one up is the 1835 large 5 cents Drape bust half dime.
That's a lot. Sorry.
Or, not Drape bust, sorry. Cat bust.
Oh. Oops, I put draped.
Cat bust half dime.
Sorry. That was my bad. Since I'm the one that did the list.
And this one is going for 25 bucks. It is in an about good. She's correcting her right now. That's right. Cat bust. Wow, nobody wants a cat bust half dime. All right, moving on. Next up, we got two of these available. One is a VG. Oop, I need that. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I forgot the scope was still power zoomed in.
I just changed that.
There we go.
There is the front. And there is the back. Alright.
Alright. Back to the one we were on. So again, we have 2 of these available tonight in this sale. Oh, Chef's grabbing the cat bust.
Okay.
Alright, so this one is the VG. This is the $22 one. 1882 shield nickels. These were the second to last year of the shield nickels. And then this is the fine. So this one is the... Oh, this one's also 22 bucks.
Yeah.
All right, so basically whoever hits Ben first will get the fine. One of the most underappreciated series in all of American coinage. Right here. Catnip. Oh, wait, sorry. Runip. All right, moving on. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we will be getting into seated Liberty quarters. We got Barber quarters coming, Barber halves, Walking Liberty halves, Morgans, Peace dollars, all kinds of cool stuff, so stick it around. Shrooms, hey, if he got a hold of shrooms, I had nothing to do with that.
Right. Alright.
Boing. Alright, I am back. Be right back, you just got here. Alright. Standing Liberty quarters. Or seated Liberty quarters, sorry. First one, we have 2 available. They're both goods. Both 22 bucks each. These are the 1853 arrows and rays. So you got the arrows by the date. And the rays bursting out from behind the eagle. If anybody buys this one, we'll put it in a new 2x2 for you.
I didn't realize that before. Or it would have gone into one.
Anybody?
Okay.
Yeah, it just flickered for a second. Did I switch the thing?
I don't think so.
Yes, I did. Okay.
Okay.
I wish they would have kept this design a little longer, but I know they didn't because all the rays were chewing up the dies too fast. That's why they got rid of it after a very short run.
Okay, babe. Push your chair up. Oh, the camera is back.
All right, moving on.
Yes, it is back.
He's not staring at you. He's staring at the coins.
It's already there.
Next up, 1857 in VG for 22 bucks. $quarter. Cordal. It's a Cordal. 90% silver Cordal.
Right, sure.
His name's Bob. Alright, moving on to the 1875 in good. Go for 18. Hey, Aaron, you back yet? All right, moving on to 1876 and good for 18. Nah, Kanga's already taken. That's Rue's mom.
This one's a nail.
Man, no love for the Liberty quarters. All right, moving on to 1877 and good. 18 bucks. This one's going to Chef. Congrats, Chef. All right, so that was the plain date. Next one up is the 1877 San Francisco. In good for 22. Also going to Chef. Hang on. I grabbed the wrong one. There it is. That's the real one. There's the estimate mark. All right. All right, and the last of these. Hidden wants you to play tennis with the kangaroo.
No.
She said no. 1891. Good for 18 bucks. Last year of the Seat of Liberties. All right, moving on. Is he eating the tennis ball? Maybe. All right, next up. Baba quarters. We also just got a bunch of these in. So there's going to be some of these on Monday's list as well. But kicking off on this particular list is the 1899 in good. Going for 12 bucks. All right, moving on to the 1907 in VG for 12. That is not a bad looking 07, if I do say so myself. All right, moving on. Oh, MJ just came in at the end for that 07. Congrats, MJ. All right, we are on the 1909 Denver. This one is a VG. It's got some damage on the reverse, going for 12 bucks.
It's a good thing that I didn't close up his package yet.
MJ, if you get your remember, if you get your payment in tonight, that will go out with your current package tomorrow. All right, moving on. Alright, and then we've also got an 09 Denver in good. No damage, just a good. Also 12 bucks. Hidden would like to know how much room his package has.
MJ?
Hidden.
A lot of room.
She said a lot. Alright, moving on.
Yeah, a lot.
To the 1910. This one's in a VG for 12 bucks.
You have 75% left.
You got a lot of room. Get to buying, slacker. Alright, moving on to the 1912 VG for 12 bucks. Welcome back. Hey, all three of the Canadian 20 cents are still available. I know you were one of the people that was bugging me about if we get some more of those in. It's a consignment sale, though, so I can't change the prices on them. There's actually some cool toning. I like that. That's neat. Alright, moving on to the 14 in VG for 12. The 1858. Yeah, that it is. Just make sure you let me know tonight, because this is all going back to the owner tomorrow morning. He's heading out to Vegas for a coin show, and he wants all of his unsold stuff. Moving on to the 15. VG for 12. $1896S and $1901S. Because those aren't hard to get. Alright, moving on. Oop. Hang on, typoed. Alright, and then two of these available. 16 Denvers. Both VGs, both 12 bucks. Anybody? One go to MJ. Which one do you want, MJ? You were first. Do you want number 1 or number 2? Number 1, number 2. Does you have a preference? You want number 1? You got it, sir. All right, and we are moving on. I am green on my side, sir. All right. Next up, Barber, $50. Kicking off. With 18.99 O in good. Over 20 bucks. New Orleans Mint. All right, moving on to the 1903 New Orleans. Good for 20 bucks. And moving on to the 1904 in good. These are all going to be 20 bucks for the barbers. We'll just make it easy. Every one of these is going to be 20 bucks each. All right, moving on to the 1906 New Orleans. This one's a VG. I don't believe you. I call hacks. Moving on to the 1908 New Orleans in a VG. Oop, William Dalton's coming in and buying 18.99 O. Congrats, sir. All right, moving on. To the 1908 D. Denver Mint. VG for 20 bucks. and says hello.
Hi.
All right, moving on. To the 1909 San Francisco. Moving on to the 1910 San Francisco. Waiting for the Carson City Standing Liberty Quarters. I haven't had any of those in a bit. I used to come across them a lot more often. Same with the dimes. Not so much lately. Always keeping an eye out, though. All right, moving on to the night. Whoa. Hello. To the 1920, or 1920, 1912 plain date. Going for 20. This one's any good. Why not a CC Standing Liberty? Right? Why not? I used to come across the seated liberties. Give them time, I'm sure they will. Anything they can do to overcharge or to overcharge people.
What?
Huh?
What?
Oh, bringing back old coin designs with old mint marks like they did with the Morgans and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All right, moving on. All right, last one of these. We have two available. They are the 15 San Francisco, both VGs. There's number one. There's number two. Ooh, shinies. Awesome, Bo. All right, moving on to Walking Liberties. All right, so the 17S went in pre-sale. But the rest are here. So we're going to be kicking off with a 17 Denver in a VG for $20. Oh, William Dalton's coming in and grabbing the 1903 and 6. You got it, sir. Oh, let me pull that back out. Do-do-do. 6 and 3. Yes, sir. New Orleans. All right, moving on. To the 18, Denver in fine. Going for 25. Little Denver mint marker right there. Now to somebody who may or may not be named Aaron, the list coming out for Monday sale tomorrow may or may not have an AU 1 real on it. Maybe. All right, moving on. I'm actually surprised people aren't snagging these up. Usually you guys are like all over walkers. All right, next up, this one we got 2 available. 1918 San Francisco's, both goods. Both are 16 bucks each. Anybody? All right, moving on to the 1920S. This one is in about good and going for 18 bucks. This is one of the tougher dates right here. All right, moving on. All right, next one. There's technically 3 available. Hang on. One second. I have a discrepancy on the list. Hang on. Gotta do a correction. Alright. So that coin doesn't exist. Go away. All right, 2 available. There we go. But different grades. These are the 1920 plain dates. We have 1 in VG for 16. And then 1 in fine for 20. There is the VG. That's the $16 one. There is the fine. That's the $20 one. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next one, we also have 2 available. It is the 1923 San Francisco. Both are VGs and both are $25. This is another tough one to get. All right, moving on to the 27 San Francisco. VF for $20. All right, moving on. Here is another one of the better dates. 28 San Francisco. This one is in a VF going for $60. Yeah, I thought somebody would have grabbed that one. All right, moving on. To the 1936 plain dates. This one's an extremely fine. Go over 18 bucks. William Dalton's coming back in again, grabbing the 1910S Barber. Oh, wait. There it is. You got it, sir. And this one is going to MJ. Congrats, sir. I'm just going to leave this stack out for right now, just in case Mr. Dalton decides he wants any more of those dates. All right, that was 36 EF going to MJ. Congrats, Next up's 39 Denver. Extremely fine, 18 bucks. Moving on to the 1943 plain date. This one's in an AU for 20 bucks. It's not my fault you guys are easily distracted. You realize I did that on purpose. And this one's going to MJ. Congrats, sir. Hey, at least nothing else has got you guys actually talking. So that's good.
Oh, these are going to William one. Right.
The barbers?
Okay.
Yep. All right. Next up, 43 Denver AU. Also go over 20 bucks. I'll have a bunch more on, this is all consignment stuff, but our list on Monday is going to have more different dates of barbers and walking liberties. So check that out. All right, moving on. Last one is the 1945 plain date AU. 18 bucks. Can you send the money now? If you're not planning on getting anything, you can. That'll be 20, 38, 48, 50, 62. Gotta be $62 if you want to send it right now. $62. All right, moving on. Is it the missing initials? No, it is not. Next up, Morgan's. The Kennedy half-dollar proof went in pre-sale. Kicking off Morgan's is a 1979 San Francisco in fine. Going for $38. It's always a great price for a Morgan. Especially one that's not a slick. We have coin shops here in town that are charging about the same price for the slicks of common dates. Like, really? Anybody? Who am I calling Slick Slick? I'm calling you Slick Slick. Look at my Slicky Slick. What's up? All right, moving on to 1986 plain dates. This one's an extremely fine for $38. Not a bad looking Morgan at all. That's some like weird toning thing that's going on that side. It's giving it a very odd look. But hey. Hey, Dacone. Dude, I need you to email me the address I'm mailing those 2 coins to. I don't know where they're supposed to go. Email me the address.
Where they're getting sent to you.
Yeah, if you don't email it to us, we're just going to send it to you, and you can send it where it's supposed to go. So hopefully your address is the same as it used to be. All right, moving on to 1891 New Orleans. VG for $38. You did not, sir. Somebody give the Morgans some love. These Morgans need homes. All right, moving on. Last Morgan, 1897 New Orleans. VG, $38. I probably did. I have a tendency to do that.
What?
Said 19 instead of 18. All right, no love for the Morgans tonight. Got it. Moving on. Oh, Aaron's been in the 1886. Congrats, All right, peace dollars now. First one, we got 2 available. 1922 plain dates. Both are BUs. 45 bucks each. How about the peace dollars? Any love for the peace dollars? All right, moving on. To 1923. I mean, I can get you a 21 probably, but you're going to have to pay for it up front. Those are expensive. BU for 45 bucks. That is a good looking peace dollar right there. Very nice. So let me know what grade you're looking for and what budget you at, and we'll go from there. I hope Silver Stinger get 2 of them. Oh, they've always been expensive. All right, moving on to the 25S. Also going for 45. So we've got some toning going on. That's been some time in an album. Did you decide on that 20 center yet? Gotta let me know tonight. All this stuff's gonna be gone tomorrow. I'm still amazed nobody bought the 2 full rolls. Those things are only a little bit above spot. I mean, you paid it following the PayPal we sent it to. Hey, Bill. How's the sale going? Slow. Lots of stuff still available. I think only maybe, I don't know, 15 lots have sold. Yeah, a little bit more than that. 27 lots have sold. All right, moving on. And the last piece of dollar, 1926S. This one's in AU, going for $40. All right, and what name do we put on the envelope, Dacone? I copied the address. What name do we put on the envelope? What have you missed? You missed a lot. Have a good night, MJ. All right, moving on. Okay, just put your name on it. Alrighty. So, Dakota, is that your address now, or is that the friend that we're sending it to? All right, next up, we've got some of the 90% silver American commemoratives, starting with 1983 San Francisco. Temp address, gotcha. Well, we'll change it on the mailing address for right now, and then if you find a permanent one, let us know what the new one is. This one's going for $28. Oops, that's the wrong one. That's the BU. Let me show you the right one, because that's the proof I just linked. Huzzah, proof. $28. 83S proof. There it is without the scuffy. Airtight in the way. Beautiful deep cameo. Get on there. Okay. All right, moving on. And now the Philadelphia BU. Version of the same coin at $28. Open. Ooh, that is shiny. It does come with the airtight, yes. Just this once. All right, moving on. All right, and we've also got the 84s. Oop, one sec. I need to get these back in their little bags and out of my way. All right. $84. 90% silver proof. See, why don't we ever use these designs on our regular coins? That is a beautiful eagle design. Look at that. That's gorgeous. All right, moving on. And then also available is the, Philadelphia BU version. That's what happens when you lose, man. Off with your head. All right, moving on. Right, next one. This one is the entire 1984 set. Still in the box. Collector set, Philly, Denver, San Francisco. All 3 coins. This set's going for $95. So if you were to get that and is it this one? Which one is it? If you were to get that and the proof, then you'd have the entire set. Because the San Francisco on this one is the satin finish BU. Apparently nowadays, if they don't like you, they don't even let you be in the trophy or the medal ceremony. They just mail it to you. They did that to a bunch of people this previous Olympics. All right, moving on. All right, next up is the 1988 San Francisco Olympic commemorative dollar. Still in the original box. This one comes in the clamshell. And then inside the clamshell is the coin. Beautiful proof deep cameo. $35 on this one. You got purple and you got blue, but you don't have red. We'll get a red. All right, moving on. Final coin of the list. Is the 1987 San Francisco Signers of the Declaration proof. $28. Sorry, the Constitution. Not the Declaration. The Constitution. My bad. Fix it on here. Now it says there. Now it's right. All right, moving on. Is there anything anybody else wanted to see again? Anything you missed? Last chance on everything. Oh, ton of stuff still available. Last call for everything. Yep. One sec. Let me find it. Doo-doo. There you go, sir. 1858, 20 cent. EF40 details. And the price on it was something. $225. And Paul is buying the 2 fish scales and the roll of dimes. All right, cool. I gotta find them again. Here's those. Roll of dimes. Right there. Boom. You got it, sir. Oops. No, it's fine with me. Alright, so not getting the Morgan. So that goes back in there. But you are getting this guy. So I gotta find it again. There it is. You got it, sir. Anybody else? Have an itch. Still working on pulling Paul's stuff real quick, so yeah, 1 second. Let me make a note of it. Is that these two? 71 and 72.
Okay, those are both 7 ones. Oh, it's because this was listed as or was put as a 72, but it was a 71.
Paul, you know that those 2 fish scales are the same coin, right? They're both 71s. So are you sure you want both?
That's the one that we fixed.
Aaron, paying over 2 weeks. Paul's doing a payment plan. Whoops. Mr. Hampton. Are you there?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Okay.
We gave you one.
So just one. Got it.
Put 71 on that one. Anything else before we go?
Put that one in there actually. Because that's the one that I put it as a one. Alright, last chance. Then we're getting out of here. Still got the big silver 1 ounce medallions available with the U.S., the New York state quarter gold plated stuck into it. Those are really cool. The Confederate Canadian medallions that are 925 sterling, there's still 3 of those. Remember, everything here is gone after tonight. This is all going back to the owner tomorrow. And Monday's list will be coming out tomorrow as well for our sale. So keep an eye out for that.
Alright.
Alright, we're going to get out of here, guys. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for coming in. We got an errand we got to run, so give us a bit. We'll get the invoices out.
Bye, everyone.
See everybody on Monday.